All right, everybody, thanks for joining us on this episode of Movies in the Mancave. We're your hosts, Cody and Jared. We've got the holiday season quickly approaching.
Very quick.
And we both happened to watch by chance A Christmas Carol starring Jim Carrey this past week. So we thought we'd give you guys a review of what we thought. Everybody knows the story of A Christmas Carol. Scrooge is being a Scrooge, and three ghosts visit him in the night to show him what has been and will be, thanks to his greediest ways. And God bless us, everyone. The end.
Yeah,
so,
Tiny Tim. Yay!
Jared, what did you think of the Jim Carrey version of A Christmas Carol?
Well, I guess I have to start out by saying that it was not my favorite Christmas Carol take. It wasn't an awful movie. I thought the animation was done really, really well, but looks like they took all of their time animating, Jim Carrey's character Scrooge, and getting the ghosts done well, and kind of everything else kind of took second fiddle.
Yeah.
So that's my beef with the animation. Otherwise, it's the same story, obviously, but I didn't like. I'm getting all negative on it. I didn't like the way that the first Ghost was done.
Ghost of Christmas Past.
Yeah, it's very hard to understand.
Yeah.
Is this kind of a whisper? Everything was whispered. It almost sounded like it was reverse speak at points. So that another negative. But I feel bad saying that because I actually did really enjoy this. It kind of has a darker twist on it, or probably it's more true to the story. I've never read the book. There's scenes in there that are darker, and if I was a kid and I saw it, I'd probably lose sleep over it. Especially with the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come.
Right.
The whole death thing there, this is really, really spooky. But Jim Carrey, I thought, did a really good Scrooge. He apparently did the voices for a million other people in there.
I clearly recognized him as the Ghost of Christmas Present. That was the one I was like, well, that's obviously also Jim Carrey. The other ones, he was always laughing and everything. Did a good job in disguising it.
And so he did a really good job there. The animation was really cool, like I said, with Scrooge at least. And then I did really like, speaking of the Ghost of Christmas Present, the way that they take him to see everything.
Right.
The Ghost of Christmas Present, basically they're in one room the whole time, but the floor gets knocked out or whatever, and it's kind of flying through the city and everything. I can only imagine that looks really cool in 3D at the theater.
Right.
But I did like that, how each one was kind of different. It wasn't just like, okay, whoosh, we're back, in the past and the future and whatever. So, all in all, I really dug it. Like I said, it wasn't my favorite Christmas Carol movie, but since there's so many, it would probably be in the top 5.
See, that's the thing, there are so many. I agree with you. It's obviously not my favorite because there's so many good ones out there to choose from, but it's certainly not my least favorite. I've seen a lot of Christmas carols done
there's a lot of bad ones.
Worse than this, by far.
Yep.
I have to echo what you say about it being a darker tale, probably what Charles Dickens was writing for.
Yep.
When I went into it, I was expecting it to be Jim Carrey, his typical...
Yeah, goofy, like his take on the Grinch.
It would probably be kind of serious, but yes, there'd be laughs throughout the movie, and there certainly wasn't.
Mm-mm.
And also because they had come to Fargo with a Christmas train 2 years ago, so you could kind of walk through and see how they made it and all the animation, and it made it look really jovial.
Very
Christmassy, yes, and... that it really didn't seem like a very Christmassy movie just because you don't really get a good warm feeling out of it like you normally would from a Christmas movie. But at the same point, I liked that just because it tried to differentiate itself from some of the other Christmas carols, that take that humorous note or make it a musical or do whatever they do. I do like that it wasn't a musical.
Yeah.
I don't want to listen to Jim Carrey sing. Jim Carrey, I did think did a really good job, like you said. Cary Elwes did a lot of the voices. I recognized him from time to time.
Yeah.
I guess I don't really have much more to contribute than that. You know the story, so you know what's going to happen. There's no surprises. There's no twists. There's no turns. You have Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim and that whole side story. So it's enjoyable. It's not one that I would want to watch every Christmas, for sure.
Right.
But it's good. Keep the kids away. Keep the kids away, because like you said.
And it's surprising because it is Disney.
Yeah. You don't want them to fear Santa Claus, and stuff. So
yeah,
or worry about Christmas.
Yep, it's weird.
So not a lot to say about this movie. It's good. Check it out. And Merry Christmas, I guess.
Yay!
Yeah.
So, moving on.
Oh yeah, sure. Let's move on. Let's go on to our quote from last week. Did we get a winner?
We did. Out on Facebook, Andrew Selders, Jake Weiser, you guys are slipping. Jan Yale. A
new responder.
A new responder. Congratulations,
we love to see that.
Jan Yale.
And, well, let's take a little clip and then we'll discuss it.
Okay.
Whoa. Buddy, love the new outfit.
And that's Spider-Man 3 with Topher Grace. I think the guess was...
Spider-Man 2. But
we're going to go ahead and count that,
we'll let that
for
slide.
sure.
Yep.
They're only one apart.
Mm-hmm.
So, congratulations. We have a new quote for you this week.
Yes.
And it is, "Death cannot stop true love. All it can do is delay it for a while." How romantical and sweetness and suchness. So, if you know the movie that heartwarming quote comes from,
Aww.
Jared, where should they go?
You can go to facebook.com/movies in the man cave or hit us up on Twitter @mancavemovies or our Area Voices page or our YouTube channel. I think that's it. We're kind of everywhere.
Yep.
So.
Pretty much. Still haven't had somebody bump into us on the street and give us an answer yet, so
No.
feel free to do that.
If you
At
see
work,
us, yeah.
Whatever. Say I know the answer. It's this.
Yep.
All right. Should we talk about movies opening up this week, Jared?
Sure.
What do you got?
I guess go with New Year's Eve first. I don't really care to see that movie.
You emailed me today, and you were right on point. It was New Year's Eve starring
Everyone.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just pretty much everybody.
It reminds me of, there was a movie that came out last year called Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
A very similar, like, it had everyone that was anyone in the movie. Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like there's a bunch of love triangles. Everyone loves everyone, and it's in New York on New Year's Eve.
Guys, if you're looking for some brownie points to
There
get a
you
better
go.
Christmas gift from your girl, this
Take
is
her
the
to New Year's
opportunity.
Eve.
You want to, Modern Warfare 3, say, hey, baby, on a whim, I
let's
want
go
to take
see
you to
New
see this
Year's
movie
Eve.
starring Zac Efron and Ashton Kutcher and Sarah Jessica Parker, because that's totally what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's the way to do it.
Yep.
But I will not be doing that.
No.
I will get Cole, and that's fine.
On that same note, I could probably say it's fair for women, if you're looking for brownie points, take your men to go see Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy.
That is the title, yes.
That has
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman, thank you. He plays like a semi-retired spy?
I don't really know the plot, tell you the
Kinda-
truth.
I just kind of like briefly heard about it. Like it kind of seems like Red, where like he's out of the game, but he has to come back in and dominate. It sounds like an action spy, blow stuff up, kill people.
Gary Oldman's pretty awesome. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's probably worth seeing.
Yep.
And then one kind of middle of the ground, The Sitter.
The Sitter, Jonah Hill. Going by the previews, I'm guessing he plays some kind of a druggie that ends up going to babysit these
a
kids.
loser college kid, maybe.
Yep. Gets the kids, babysitting the kids, doesn't really want to, ends up taking the kids out with him on his drug-fueled
Zany
escapades.
adventures.
Yeah. And then, I'm sure there's a love story in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Seems a lot like his other Super Bad again. And,
Yeah.
Wild Night.
So that's it.
Such and such. So, not a bad week. Better than last week, that's for sure.
Yep.
So there's some choices out there for every gender, I guess.
Yeah, good point.
Is that it for this week's episode?
I think so.
All right. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you join us later in the week for a mini episode, and hope you join us next week for a whole episode.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
That's that.
I'd say Merry Christmas. I feel like I should say Merry Christmas because it's just a Christmas movie, but
Humbug.
we're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Nope.
So soon enough, people.
Yes.
All right, we'll check you later. There was one other guy. I can't think of his name right now. He played Mario in Super Mario Bros. What the heck is that guy's name? That's the worst thing to... It's his least favorite role. I shouldn't quote him on that.
Yeah. Wow.
Fudgicles. I'll edit that out.
Anyway.